Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to another session of Quranic words covered in depth from a usage perspective. We study words in the Quran with common root letters. Let's get started. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Today's first word is the verb asiya with root letters of hamza, sin, and waw. Some say ya is in the root, and this root appears 7 times in the Quran. The present tense is pronounced as ta'asa, but there is an alif maksura at its end that you cannot see here because the alif maksura has been chopped off from this word due to grammatical reasons. It means grieve or sorrow. Here in context, Prophet Moses is being told, La ta'sa, do not grieve over the disobedient people. The second word is the noun uswatun. The word stems from the verb asa with a fatha on the sin, whereas asiya, as shown in the last slide, was pronounced with a kasra on the sin. So asa has meaning of to nurse or make peace or reconciliation. But it also has a related meaning of an object of imitation. From this meaning, the word uswatun means model or exemplar. One of my favorite verses shown here. There has certainly been for you in the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam an excellent pattern or example. Our next word is asl, with root letters of hamza, swad, and lam, and this root shows up 10 times in the Quran. This is a very important word, but this form shows up only 3 times in the Quran. Many Urdu speakers are familiar with this word to mean source, origin, or root, but it has other meanings also, but we will only cover those meanings as used in Quranic context. Here Allah is presenting an example or similitude, a good tree whose asl or root is firmly fixed. Continuing on with the same word asl, but in this verse to mean bottom or lowest part of something. You can see that it is related to the meaning of root or source. Most translators have chosen to translate as bottom of hellfire, but some have chosen to translate as the root or heart of hellfire. Now, asil from the same root occurs 7 times in the Quran. It means time before sunset, or it could mean late afternoon. So in this verse, we are reminded to do dhikr or remembrance of Allah morning and evening. Asal is a plural of the word asil we just looked at. The reason I chose this verse is to show you that some translators have also chosen the meaning as late afternoon. However, others still chose evening, and once again, both meanings are possible. I have made a list of infrequent words that you can study yourself, but I can go over some of them quickly. I know ashir is a common name, and here a negative meaning is used in the Quran as insolent or impudent. But there is a positive meaning for this word also. The verb from this root is ashara, to mean cutting with a saw, sharpen, so it could mean liveliness, in addition to the negative meaning shown here. The next word, isr, has been used as a burden or as contract. So imagine a burdensome commitment, a heavy responsibility. If you break it, there will be punishment. Continuing on our list of infrequent words in the Quran, The word uf occurs only 3 times in the Quran, but this is again a common word in the traditional Indo-Pak languages to express displeasure or impatience. But Allah warns us not to use it for our parents. The word ufuk, and it's plural, afaq, means horizon. It appears in Quran Sūra 41 verse 53 to state that God will show his signs in the horizons and within ourselves. Some have translated horizons as the furthest regions of the earth or universe, which also makes sense in its meaning. The next word, afaka, will be covered in detail in the next slide. The verb afaka is also pronounced as afika with root letters of hamza, fa, and kaf, and this root occurs 30 times in the Quran. In this verse, the present tense verb ta'fiku is used. And what I want to point out here in this verse is that the translator has shown the meaning of delude. But many other translators have chosen to use turn away because this is the other meaning of this word. So I believe the meaning is better understood if you just combine both the meanings as they're both applicable. So in other words, have you come to turn us away with deceit from our gods? Now, this is another example of the same word we're discussing in present tense plural verb form, ya'fikuna. Here it means falsifying and some translate it as lying. Both meanings are applicable. Now we cover the nouns from this root with the Quranic references provided for you. Ifk means lie or falsehood. Allah uses this word ifk to describe the false accusation of unchastity that was brought against Aisha, the Prophet's wife, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Afak is a liar, but it has an intensity to its meaning in this pattern of the word. So Quran uses it as a sinful or habitual liar. And finally, Quran uses al-mu'tafikat, an active participle noun that means overturned. Remember, in our first example, we discussed how the verb ta'fiku meant turn away. In this example, the cities were overturned due to disobedience to the messengers. The next word, afala, with root letters of hamza, fa, and lam, occurs 4 times in the Quran in 2 derived forms. The word means to become absent or hidden, or to go down or sit. I like this verse given as an example because it covers both the meanings of this word. Afala, the first word in red, is a verb, and the next word in red, al-afilin, is an active participle noun to mean the ones that disappear or the setting ones. So Prophet Abraham rationalizes the logic of his faith. At first he thought the star was his Lord, but when it set, he said, I like not those that disappear or set. That concludes our Quranic words for the day. If this video benefited you, please do like and subscribe. Thanks for watching and hope to meet you for the next session. Assalamu alaikum.